Wow, I mean, I think it's absolutely crazy how Beyonce has been in the United States all her life. She's been a celebrity ever since she was a little girl, what, 5 years old? And all she's ever came up with was a skincare line. She tried to do the whole House of Dairy on thing, but that didn't work out. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm pretty sure her clothing line wasn't as good. Um, because I've seen the clothes, I've seen the jeans. I'm not a jean person. When you're a woman, wearing jeans is absolutely not good for your body. It's not good for your skin. It's not breathable, so your kids are more likely to come out disabled. Um I mean, this woman here, women, you got women here. You have women here literally tackling the hair system. This is the biggest issue for the black Americans in America. And a lot of white people should do the most investing in black Americans because, but see, that's what's made, that's why Beyonce and Jay-Z, they think that it's the white people's responsibility to take care of the kids they had sex and had these children, and they think it's only the white man's responsibility to do the job. He can't do the job by himself. And so Beyonce is out there on stage instead of creating or strengthening the educational systems, the hair systems. I mean, getting deeper into that. I mean, good thing Rihanna doesn't have that great of a voice because if she had that great of a voice, she would be lost in her vocals. She would be doing the same thing as Beyonce, completely lost in their music, forgetting about the black community, forgetting about the impact that they can make, the big difference. And it's the people that are requesting more tickets. And why wouldn't she collect more money if they're requesting more tickets? And the money that they have, majority of them have to spend that money. So they spend money on expensive cars. They don't spend money on giving back to the United States, the country that held them, the country that they don't think about the Africans that were here before them. They think this is their country. They don't think about the Africans that died for this country, that were hung on trees, right? They don't think about those. These are just the spoiled brats that came after the real soldiers died, right? They're real African people that were brought to this country, burned in fire, and they're watching you guys in the spiritual realm, wanting to see how are you going to make a difference? What did they die for? Right? They didn't die to see Beyonce sing for the rest of her life. And it's crazy that you guys are going on and on supporting her. But what are you strengthening? You're strengthening someone that doesn't care about your community. Because if she cared, she would have done more than what donations. Okay, donations, $30,000 is nothing to Beyonce. She's probably secretly a billionaire. Together with Jay-Z, they're both billionaires. But they're still doing the same thing for all these years, and they're going to continue to do the same thing. When are they going to stop? Right? So we're not going to wait for Beyonce to stop. We're not going to wait for Beyonce to stop being addicted to her own. I mean, her music in some of these shows, she sounds like she has a parasite in her body. Just the sound, if you hear how her voice sounds, it just sounds so disgusting. And the way that she's, and this is not to hurt Beyonce, this is to shake her down and open her eyes. You get what I mean? Because she's the one that made this song Brown Skin. The people have been in the comments, people have been on YouTube talking, saying all these things, these bad things about Beyonce that are very true. Right? They've been going on and they're like, look at Beyonce. She's, and she's going on. The black Americans in this country, you guys are the ones. The ones that are in the comments are not the ones showing up to her shows. It's the ones that are, it's the ones that are not in the comments, the ones that are not watching YouTube, but are going back to watch Beyonce. You guys are strengthening someone that's going to destroy your entire community because she doesn't want you to rise. Imagine you show up and you get better than her. She failed to protect Rihanna. Well, you can't force somebody not to date the right person. But you guys are out here really tackling the hair care system. These people are making music. The last thing we want is another musician getting lost in their arts and not making a big impact, right? We want people to sing, we want people to heal, but the thing about it is artists are just becoming artists and they're staying artists while America still fails. While there's a lot of people in the AA community that still need to be housed, there's a lot of schools that need to be built. Educational system needs to be strengthened, right? And a lot of people in the Spanish communities, white communities, I know you guys think that by showing up to these celebrity shows, you're supporting black women. You're not. You're not supporting black women, because when you show up to her show, she doesn't support black women. She only promotes and shows off. Remember, a lot of people in the YouTube channels, I'll show you guys the videos later, they've been talking about, oh, now Beyonce wants to promote Africa. Exactly. They're just earning from Africa. They're just earning from talk, but they're not really making a big difference in Africa. They take one picture of Africa, but they really don't go to Africa to build programs, to build educational systems. All you see is one video, and then all of a sudden everybody's rushing to donate. It's the saddest story, right? So it's talking to Rihanna and asking her to keep the prices low, keep the prices down on Fenty Skin, so that these people that are poor can actually have access. You know, poor people are going to always exist as long as you don't feed them. You think they're going to die? They're not going to die, because they have shelter systems that are feeding them, right? People are going to get better and they're going to rise. And they're going to get stronger, and they're going to remember that you were the one that said no to strengthening the shelter system, to cleaning the shelter system, to making it better, to feeding them better so we could have better social workers. Since nobody else, you guys don't want to be social workers, you might as well start fixing the people in the shelters and encouraging them to become social workers. Right? And it's crazy for the African Americans in this country to fight against the white community, and just because they fought against you, you know, they taught you, they built schools for you and allowed you to go to their schools. So you can't say that they're not allowing you to go to their schools. They just have a section for you guys. I've seen some white people in Hearn Elementary School. I went to O'Donnell Middle School where Beyonce used to go. I don't think she went there, but I think she went to visit, right? So Beyonce probably donated. Did she even donate to O'Donnell Middle School? Right? Beyonce should be a woman that is telling you guys to eat better, not to drop alcohol. Right? This is the reason why Jay-Z cheated on her. Jay-Z is probably trying to find an escape out of his marriage. He's like, how can he get out of the relationship that he's in? Why don't you teach her some lessons, Jay-Z? You know, you're not having babies. You're not, and this is not to be disrespectful, but if you're not having children, you guys are going to have, because if the soldiers out there are getting barked at and coming back sharp and respectful, you guys shouldn't allow these few topics to upset you, to make you feel bad. Look at the teachers. These schools need to be built better. These schools need to have high-end water fountains where kids are safe, where kids have safe, clean water. But Beyonce is still on stage singing about get the F up out her house. I mean, what's going on? Are they even living together? Who is she even talking about? Why don't you be bold and be specific so we can know exactly who you're addressing all your information? Because we don't have time to read her lyrics. We're busy trying to strengthen the youth and build stronger educational systems. That is what's going to make America stronger. That is what's going to make America great. And the more if Trump is saying he's still cutting down the welfare system, not the welfare systems, the disability systems, I think it's crazy. He's doing it to himself. If those are his actual goals, if those are his actual goals, then don't vote for him next year. I need you guys to get in there and prove that you can actually get the work done. Right? Because us here that are disabled, we can't get up and do the job. But you guys have the money and you claim to have the power, so you have to Prove that you got the money and the power and the brains, and be smarter than what you're acting like right now. Right? There is no party that's that good. Beyonce has no power over me for me to run to her shows. I wouldn't even want to spend my last ticket to be at the back. Although it would be at the back. You know how expensive it is to be that close? But why do you want to be that close to someone like that? For what? Does she give you guys? Does she even give you guys care packages? Does she give you care packages? Is she at least schooling you guys? Teaching you anything? Because Rihanna seems to be teaching more lessons than Beyonce. And that's the person that I rather promote and say, hey, don't give up. Don't give up. You can do it. It's not easy to work on stuff when you have thousands of fans relying on you to be perfect. And then you're getting beat up by your man. Right? This is why I say, in the Black community, ladies, you need to be careful how you talk to I won't say your monsters, but to the beast inside of that man. You need to be careful. Because if he knocks you out, because you have to listen to him. If he has mental disability, be careful. You have to be the bigger person all the time. And now she's not doing that to A$AP Rocky, which is a good thing. Because I'm pretty sure A$AP Rocky it's supporting and is being helpful, but he's still smoking. You got to give up drugs. You've got to give up weed. You got to give up smoking. That's not an impact on your children. These white people are giving birth to their kids and sending you guys healthy children. If they go out there, these kids are not being sent out. They're sneaking out of their homes. They're telling their parents they don't want to, because what are the parents doing in there anyway? Nothing is perfect, right? But you can take your parents to court if they're violating your human rights, disrespecting your bodies, privately raping you, and saying that nobody's gonna believe you. Who would believe you? I'm a doctor, right? You can sue the shit out of them. Collect information, grab cameras, put cameras in your ear.